Okay, today was a different type of a day. A week from today, I'm leaving for 2 months for Vietnam. I'm sitting in the car because I think in my car I have a light on, an overhead light on, and I want to talk to you about some of the things that are happening that people are contacting me now about jobs, and it's a hard thing to talk about because I'm at the point in my life that I've coached entrepreneurs, I've coached young bucks on how to grow in their careers, in their professions, and I've specialized in printing and graphics all my life for 50 years. I've had my own businesses as a manufacturing employer, and I've been a consultant for 25 years, working with people that are looking to grow their businesses, exit their businesses, look at family successions, looking at selling their business to private equity. And so I have 11,000 contacts on LinkedIn alone. So I know a lot of people, okay? I got 80,000 in my CRM, which is 50 years of my career. But what hurts is the people that are out of work in their 40s and 50s and beyond. They don't realize how tough it is to get a job today because the competition is, bottom line, is youth. And when I say youth, I'm talking about 40 or less that are either employed now or looking to be reemployed very soon. And it's tough, man, because the people that hold on and keep on thinking that since they sold something and they were new business development people or they were in business and they just lost their jobs and they didn't really plan for a layoff. They didn't plan for a pink slip. They didn't plan to get fired. They didn't plan on an emergency. And it's really difficult. And I feel for these people, but at the same time, I keep in touch with recruiters, okay? Specialty recruiters. And with these specialty recruiters, they get to know me and they mention, Rock, do you know anybody? Or these people call me and say, Rock, do you know anybody that could help me get a job? Well, there's three things that we talked about in the last year that are kind of the critical mass of being reemployed. And then I just found out today, after I spoke to Tom, my recruiter that I specialize in referring him, he said there's a fourth. Number one, if you have a non-compete in your existing business and you signed a non-compete with your employer and they were sold or there was some type of new management succession, you are owned by them in many, many states. Non-competes are enforceable. So you better know your rights, okay? Because there's change, man, big time change when there's a new owner, okay? And the new owners are usually financial people versus entrepreneurial type people that know the business, ran it for 30, 40, 50 years, and so on, okay? Non-competes are very important. And when a company is acquired, you as a employee, especially in sales and have a non-compete, you are now owned by this company, the new owner, and they will protect that. They will protect their investment. And that means sales. Your clients are now not your clients. You can't carry those. They are now the new owners. And they say within 7 months, if you were unemployed for 7 months or made a change in 7 months, those clients are no longer even talking to you. Okay, I better get this late. Okay, so non-compete's number one. Number two, forget about relocation. They're not going to pay for a relocation. And if you're adamant about remote's going to be a problem because people want you, employees, especially new owners, they want you to report. And everything is going to be analyzed through data, documentation, analytics, contacts. They're now house accounts. So you're going to be really working hard, and you're probably not going to get an expense account, okay, which is people are accustomed to that. Number 3, money. Money, expect 30 to 50%, a 70 to 50% cut if you're now unemployed and you're looking for a new job. They're never going to meet your demands, okay, because they're watching all this. Now, another thing that's really big is how many jobs you've had. If you are jumping jobs quite often, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I would say if you're 50 and above, forget about it. And a couple of years ago, if you were unemployed a year, that timeline now is closer to 3 years. Don't expect to work for 3 years in your existing position. Okay? This is sad shit, man. But this is what's happening, and it's the 4th quarter of the calendar year in business. And business is tough right now for everybody. And especially printing, packaging, labels. It's terrible. Okay? Now, remember I mentioned about being 50 and above? Your competition now are college students and people under 40. Okay? Now what you're going to see with Asia are cutting all these deals with the Trump administration. Okay? He's blocking China and he's looking at Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Taiwan. These are all big printing industries also, strong industries. I know everybody's saying, hey, you're going to come to the United States and manufacture. It's going to be tough, man, because the resources, the minerals, the products, the materials, the specialty materials are usually manufactured outside the United States. So thinking ahead, what can you do? And here's my recommendation. Get a job, any type of job. Because now that I'm in my 70s, I got Medicare at 65. I took full Social Security at my age. So and that was hard. That was a hard transition because I felt like I was unemployed. It was like, I'm a loser. I'm going to file for Social Security? No. My dad's 100. He's had 35 years of Social Security. He's the one that said, get in as soon as you can. I waited till I got full benefit, and I'm happy I did. But guess what I did? I constantly worked every year of my life, and I reported. I reported my income. It's very, very beneficial for you, okay? Another thing is you got to live within your means. Another solution, a buddy of mine, MBA, in his 50s, out of work. He worked 3rd shift at Target, driving a forklift, just to keep networking, keep an income. Then he let people know he's out of work. These LinkedIn and all these online employment, forget about it. AI, forget it. It's always down to who you know. It's who you know. And you have to prove your achievements. Do you hear me? Prove your achievements. I know a guy in his 60s that had hundreds of candidates going after the same job, which was for private equity. It took him 6 interviews. Eventually, he said, listen, let's get on Zoom. I got what they call a deck of achievements. Instead of a 2, 3, 9-page bio, which is going to just be analyzed by AI, scanned, he said, listen, I want to talk to you people. and I want to show you what I've achieved in my 40-year career. And he did it, and he got hired, and he was over 65. Yeah. And why? Because once they realized, oh my God, this guy has done all this achievement. So a guy like me and a guy like that gentleman, experience pays off, but you have to prove this is what you do. These are your achievements. Have a network. And the other thing that's important is you got to know how to sell. Sell yourself first. Then, and it doesn't matter what segment you're in, you will learn. I actually advise, get a job, get networked. The money's not going to be the issue. It's basically your investment, your passion, looking at that next 3 to 5 years. That's what happens with college kids anyway. You know, I call it mastering your career. Well, when you're in your 50s, you think, oh my God, I was a Hall of Famer, what I did. Who's going to remember? I'm not relevant anymore. No, you're not if you're not out there hustling. Okay? So get out there, man. Get out there. And these are really today's world. Sales are the people that they're looking for. Business. And you have to prove your business. So don't forget, non-compete, forget about if you got one. Make sure you know if it's enforceable or if it could be renegotiated or whatever, okay? Make sure, because no one's going to hire someone who's got a non-compete that's enforceable in your state that you're in. Number 2, forget about working remote. You're going to have to relocate. And they will not pay for your relocation because now you're dealing with financial people. You're not dealing with an employer, an entrepreneur that says, hey, we want you so bad, I'm going to relocate you. Nuh-uh, forget that, okay? And you're going to have to report. So it's going to be local, all right? It's going to be local probably. And your customers are going to have to be pretty close to these manufacturers that you're working for. Number 3, compensation. And I'm sure these guys that are real pros are 6-figure guys. It's going to be 5 figures. Maybe even no benefits. Maybe it's a trial or whatever. And if you've been job jumping or skipping, whatever that may be, bad news, man. It's red flags all over the place. They won't even look at you. And I'm going to tell you, if you're over 50, it's a long shot. These recruiters are being asked and they're being paid by the employer. They want somebody that's going to be there minimum 7 to 10 years to pay back its recruitment fee. Got it? It's not just about you. It's what they're paying to get your services. So you better be fucking special, man. Okay? Now, on a personal note, I believe if you have a family, you're the breadwinner, man. You got to get out there, show your kids you're working, show your family you're working, and stop complaining. Stop complaining. Get a W-2, get a 1099, whatever. File it. Do the best you can. Run your household like a budget, like an employer does. You have to make money. And you have to have a retirement plan. Got it? So I'll talk to you soon. I just want to give you a heads up, man. I wish you all the best. I know it's a little dark here, but what can I say? All right. I'm, what is it, Darth Vader or Yoda? It's Rock LaManna. I'll talk to you soon.